Sama, let's go. Come on. Come on. Yo, come on. Hey. Slow down, slow down. Guys, ayun yung mga tanim namin kamatis. Oh. Ay. Guys, sana all guys. Ano, ayun yung pusa ko guys. Oh. I'll just get inside now. Oh shit. Baka bumagsak tong cellphone ko. Stay here, ha? Come on now, let's go sleep. Ano, baka bumagsak. Ay. Come on. Enough. Sleep time. Come on. Sleep grandma. Come on.
Welcome back to Who Died Today.
Oh, dyan siya! Oh, dyan siya! Sinara ba yung Nakasara yung
Ano ko naman?
Nakasara yung pinto doon? Ano yung binili nyo?
Nabili lang kami ng suka at saka munggo kay Akis.
Welcome to Washington.
Oo, sleep lang. Pinalabas na kita. 30 minutes tayo sa labas. Wala na mga tao dyan sa
Parang may party dyan sa...
Oh, wala na yung kapitbahay nyo?
Wala.
Ha?
Is best known for
Wala na yung sila para?
but the Evergreen State also boasts a wealth of stunning landscapes.
Coco, ang gana mo. Coco, you should go sleep now, Coco.
Waterfalls, gaze at snow-covered mountains from afar.
Ayan, kumain na yan. Sinunasan mo na yan.
Washington has
Gusto yung paliguan ngayon?
Ha? Liga, paligaan natin. Doon. Sa...
Diyan, sa ano?
Mainit masyado yan pagka nagtagal ng tubig. At least doon makukontrol mo.
city experiences,
Babasahin na yung buong katawan.
attractions,
Dami.
Sabunin din natin.
Kahit hindi na.
while exploring.
Baka mamaya, pumalag-talag siya. Yoko ka.
Come on. Come.
How well do you know Washington State? We have a quiz for you. What famous coffee company was founded in Seattle, Washington?
Come on.
Comment your answer below. Let's come to some interesting information about Washington State. A pig started a war. In 1859, a disagreement over a pig sparked the so-called Pig War. While this sounds like one of the funny facts of Washington State, it is also rather ridiculous. The event, which started off with the shooting of a pig, saw American and British authorities come to loggerheads with warships and thousands of troops. Fortunately,
Si ano nga, si Kyoko tsaka si Kiro, ano eh. Laki nga. Wala.
it was declared that the to the United States in 1872.
Sige, pasok sa kwarto.
Peaceful resolution and resolve disputes without resorting to violence. Washington is the leading producer of apples in the United States. Washington is the leading producer of apples in the United States, accounting for about 70% of the nation's apple crop. The state's climate and rich soil create ideal conditions for growing a variety of apples, including the popular Fuji and Gala varieties. Visitors can even explore numerous orchards and participate in apple picking during the harvest season.
You play? Or you play here?
Lake Chelan holds a fascinating secret. Just a 3-hour drive from Seattle, it exists in a distinct weather pattern. Seattle is often characterized by its overcast skies and rain. Lake Chelan basks in around 300 days of sunshine each year. Additionally, it's one of those rare places where breathtaking views surround you, no matter where you are.
Grandpa, you saw Grandpa again, You see Grandpa.
You'll be greeted by mountains, vineyards, and the shimmering waters of Lake Chelan, which stretches impressively
You
for
see
50
Grandpa
miles
outside?
and reaches nearly 1,500 feet in depth, making it the largest natural lake in Washington state.
Yeah. Pagka-natin po ako siya, ako na lang.
The lake's narrow shape is flanked by hills and mountains,
Pag-natin po ako
providing
siya.
spectacular vistas in both the water and the shoreline. Activities like kayaking, paddleboarding, jet skiing, and parasailing are also popular here. But be cautious. The legend of the Lake Chelan dragon, a terrifying creature thought to be linked to the Loch Ness monster, is said to lurk in the waters. Police Falls State Park spans 105 acres and features intriguing geology and history. It provides a stunning view of one of Washington's most magnificent waterfalls. Palouse Falls cascades from a height of 198 feet, with impressive water flow during the spring and early summer months. The landscape resembles something from a fantasy film. These falls are also the last remnants of an ancient Ice Age flood route, which adds to their uniqueness. You can take in the view from a small overlook near the parking area or embark on a short hike for a different perspective. Originally known as Aput Aput, which means falling water, The falls were later renamed to honor the Palouse Indian heritage. Artists, including photographers and painters, are drawn to the beauty of Palouse Falls, finding inspiration along the trails above. There are several viewpoints available, but it's important to stick to designated paths. History enthusiasts can explore informative plaques throughout the park that detail the Ice Age floods and the dramatic landscape they created. If you are watching this, then click subscribe button in the corner of the screen. It is completely free, but means a lot to us. Snoqualmie Falls tops the charts as one of Washington's best waterfalls. This outstanding 270-foot display of gravity has a long history of attracting people to the region. For centuries, it has drawn people to the area, serving as a fertile meeting place for indigenous communities long before Snoqualmie emerged as a tourist hotspot. Today, it remains a popular gathering spot, attracting over 1 million visitors annually. Its appeal is partly due to its close proximity to Seattle, just under 30 miles away, but it's also the waterfall's striking presence that captivates onlookers, cascading dramatically into a lush landscape.
I gotta go, Coco.
One of the best places to take in the view is from the observation deck, where you can feel the refreshing mist while witnessing the fall's incredible force. For the most dramatic water flow, visit in the spring or come in the fall to see the falls surrounded by brilliant autumn hues.
Looking for a treatment option that's right for you? Ask your healthcare provider for more information and visit Entivio.com. With Entivio, you may be able to pay as little as $5 per dose.
With the power mop, has hundreds of strips, scrub away sticky messes, even from dry ones.
Sometimes it takes a different approach to see the possibilities all around you. At Capella University, you'll learn in-demand business skills relevant to the career you want.
Mount St. Helens is located in the Cascade Range of southern Washington, approximately 50 miles north of Portland, Oregon. It gained prominence in recent history due to its spectacular eruption in 1980. This eruption dramatically altered the landscape, resulting in the loss of over 57 lives and extensive destruction to the surrounding area. stands as both a natural wonder and a site for scientific study, providing insights into volcanic activity and ecosystem recovery. The best way to appreciate this dynamic region is by hiking along its trails, which lead from the horseshoe-shaped crater at the summit to the underground lava tubes created over 2,000 years ago. Deception Pass Bridge is an architectural marvel that spans the strait between Whidbey Island and Fidalgo Island in Washington State, offering one of the most breathtaking views in the Pacific Northwest. Completed in 1935, this iconic bridge stretches 1,486 feet and features a striking arch design that not only serves its purpose, but also enhances the natural beauty of the surrounding landscape. As you traverse the bridge, you are treated to panoramic vistas of the azure waters below, surrounded by dense forests and rocky cliffs that exemplify the region's rugged charm. The area is part of Deception Pass State Park, which encompasses over 4,000 acres of diverse ecosystems, making it a popular spot for hiking, wildlife watching, and photography. Visitors can explore numerous trails that lead to viewpoints overlooking the bridge and the turbulent waters of Deception Pass, where tides create dramatic whirlpools and currents. The bridge is not just a functional crossing, it has become a symbol of the area's history and engineering prowess. Today, Deception Pass Bridge attracts countless tourists and locals alike, whether they are driving, walking, or cycling across, all eager to experience the breathtaking views and the exhilarating sensation of being suspended high above the water. Puget Sound is a stunning inlet of the Pacific Ocean, located in the northwestern part of Washington State. It features a complex system of waterways and islands, making it a significant natural and cultural resource. The Sound is surrounded by picturesque landscapes, including lush forests, mountains, and vibrant cities like Seattle and Tacoma. This marine environment supports diverse wildlife, including seals, sea lions, and various bird species, making it a prime spot for wildlife viewing and outdoor activities. The waters of Puget Sound are popular for boating, kayaking, and fishing, while its shores offer excellent opportunities for hiking and beachcombing. Additionally, the region has a rich history, with indigenous tribes having lived along its shores for thousands of years. Today, Puget Sound remains a vital area for commerce, tourism, and conservation efforts as communities work to protect its unique ecosystems. Welcome to Bavaria, in the heart of Washington's Cascade Mountains. Leavenworth, once a logging and railroad town, underwent a remarkable transformation in the 1960s. With community involvement and inspiration, the town evolved into an authentic Bavarian village, beautifully framed by rugged mountain scenery. It's not just the storefronts that evoke the charm of a traditional Bavarian hamlet. The entire community embraces both historical and contemporary German customs. While downtown Seattle was established in the mid-1800s and has roots tracing back to the gold rush, it presents itself as a surprisingly modern city with only about 24 historic structures within its limits.
Bawal na yung trick or treat, no?
Ha?
Hindi na nila ginagawa yung trick or treat.
Hindi, saan?
Oo, meron na naman. Kasi may na eh.
Kahit naman nung may pandemic, may mga nag-trick
O,
or treat.
pinalik na uli.
Yeah.
O, magano kayo?
Historical architecture,
Mamili kayo ng dalawang bag.
impressive skyscrapers,
Ha?
including one soaring
Wala na mga bata dito eh.
76
Yung wala, dami-dami yan.
Ah,
Puro
puro pana.
puro pana.
Kaya mo na sila.
Hindi na yung mga batang malalaki na yung mga bata rin eh. Yung mga puting bata,
Yeah.
mga dalaga na ngayon. Kailan yun?
Mga college pa na.
2015 o 2014. Mga bata di. Ngayon, na? Nakikita ko dyan, mga dalaga na.
Yung mga bata noon dyan na yung may balot ang ulong pana. Laki-laki mama na eh.
Kala ko, babae yun nun. Yung may balot yung ulo.
Yeah. Ngayon, ang laki mama.
Ang laking mama nga, mataba.
Nung minsan eh, nakakasabay namin maglakad.
Kala ko nga nun, babae yun eh.
Take in the scenery, grab a quick bite, or treat yourself.
Hindi mo na dadalhin yung cellphone ko.
Hindi na rin niya ako siya nakatira dyan sa nanay niya. Nakakasyon.
O ya? Di ba marami sila dyan? May babae rin o kapatid ng babae yun.
Cargo ships navigate
May
Elliott Bay,
pamilya na rin yun eh.
shop for unique souvenirs
Pinapasyalan
and
na lang yata yung
traditions,
nanay nila dyan.
browse art galleries, and let loose at family-friendly arcades.
Si ano ba, nandiyan pa rin?
Sino?
Si Walker?
Oo.
Si Cody Walker, andyan?
Oo, yung lalaki nga dati hindi na mamansin. Ngayon eh, siya naman mismo yung, ay,
Sino lalaki?
yung Walker.
Yung tatay?
Oo. Si Cody nandiyan pa rin. Hindi yung aalis kasi panin. Kumbaga sa ano.
Parang hindi lumalabas si Cody na dati. Nagpapatugtog ng malakas eh. Ayaw mo pa rin bata makita yun. Kaharap niya si Dati nakabukas pa yung yung sa
And comment number 8.
ano yan?
Among the remarkable wilderness areas in Washington State, Mount Rainier National Park truly stands out. Covering nearly 370 square miles, it ranks as one of the premier outdoor destinations in the United States, attracting over 2 million visitors each year. Established as a national park by President William McKinley in 1899, Mount Rainier was only the fifth site to receive this honor. At the heart of the park lies Mount Rainier itself, rising 14,410 feet and dominating the Cascade Range. As the most glaciated peak in the contiguous United States, Rainier serves as the source for 5 major rivers that nourish various outdoor landscapes across the western U.S.
It's Target Circle Week. Get ready for 7 days of big deals.
We don't like it out here.
This guy again. Boss. Hey, son. I don't see it on your face. You need a quick shave? Quick shave? Split the process. I need my dad's razor. It's from Gillette Labs. Gillette Labs? Gillette's ultimate shaving experience. They screen bodies, track hairs from the face. Game changer. And flex this contours to them. You're looking smoother. How about when you feel with some Gillette Labs? Check the test. You're the best. You're the best. The best man can get keeps getting better. The next generation of shaving is Gillette Labs.
Mount Rainier National Park offers a hundred activities for outdoor enthusiasts, while its stunning scenery also enchants any traveler who appreciates vibrant forests, beautiful alpine meadows, dramatic glaciers, and rugged peaks. The San Juan Islands, a picturesque archipelago that invites travelers with its azure waters, vibrant landscapes, and an unparalleled sense of adventure. Located in the Pacific Northwest, just off the coast of Washington State, these islands are a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. Imagine waking up to the soothing sound of waves gently lapping at the shore with the salty sea breeze in the air. Envision yourself kayaking alongside playful orcas, hiking through lush forests, or enjoying a picnic with breathtaking views that seem straight out of a postcard. This enchanting experience is what awaits you here. Seattle's Space Needle is a landmark symbolizing the Emerald City. Situated in Seattle, this futuristic structure dates back to the 1962 Seattle World's Fair. Although it holds historical significance, the Space Needle has recently undergone a multi-million-dollar renovation, enhancing its features and visitor experience. More than just a striking element of the Seattle skyline, it serves as a venue for various seasonal events, including a spectacular fireworks show, making it an ideal spot for entertaining out-of-town guests. Visitors can take in a view from 520 feet above, enjoy fine dining, or even stand on a glass field to feel the golden city. When you are looking to capture stunning photographs, enjoy a well-lit view or simply soak in the beauty of the Pacific Northwest, the Space Needle is an unforgettable experience that showcases the best of Seattle. Bellingham is a haven for nature lovers, offering breathtaking scenery that captivates at every turn. Surrounded by the stunning backdrop of the Cascade Mountains, the city is a gateway to outdoor adventures and spectacular landscapes. The rugged peaks, often blanketed with snow, provide a dramatic contrast to the lush green forests that thrive in the region. Lies the Haven district, where charming waterfront parks meet the serene waters of Bellingham Bay. Visitors can enjoy panoramic views of the bay, framed by the majestic sandbar islands in the distance. With the vibrant colors of wildflowers in spring, the rich foliage of summer, and the golden hues of autumn, Bellingham's natural scenery transforms with the seasons, each offering its own unique beauty. The combination of mountains, water, and greenery creates an enchanting landscape that invites exploration and appreciation year-round. Nestled at the northeastern tip of the Olympic Peninsula, this charming location is embraced by water on three sides. The coastal beauty harmonizes beautifully with the Victorian-style homes and businesses that adorn both the uptown and downtown areas. In the late 1800s, a surge of development took place, driven by speculation that the Pacific Northwest Railroad would conclude in Port Townsend. Although the railroad ultimately reached Seattle, the city's Victorian architecture has endured for over a century. Today, many of these structures form part of the Port Townsend National Historic Landmark District.
Teka na. Yes, come
Former
here.
military forts in the area have been transformed into celebrated public spaces that highlight the region's stunning coastal scenery. Among the landscapes are ancient forests, sandy beaches, and the chance to spot whales in the waters. Surrounded by water, its location and proximity to Olympic National Park and Olympic National Forest make it a haven for artists, nature lovers, and outdoor enthusiasts. Nestled in the cozy nook of Scouting Valley lies the quaint town right by the shimmering Swan-Loomish channel, it isn't just your regular waterfront highlight. With stunning views of the Skagit River and surrounding farmlands, Nakora offers a serene escape where nature and culture blend seamlessly. The town is renowned for its colorful historic buildings, many of which date back to the 19th century, creating a delightful backdrop for leisurely strolls along the waterfront promenade. Spokane is the second largest city in Washington, located on the eastern side of the state, less than 20 miles from the Idaho border. The Spokane River runs right through the center of this town of approximately 217,000 residents. No other spot exemplifies the beauty afforded to the city by the Spokane River Northern Riverfront Park. Surrounding the city, the rolling hills and nearby mountains provide a dramatic backdrop, especially during the changing seasons when vibrant foliage adds to the scenery.
Have you had your Hershey's?
The area is dotted with numerous parks and green spaces, offering tranquil spots for picnicking and outdoor activities. Just a short drive away, you'll find scenic lakes and vast forests that invite exploration, making Spokane a true haven for nature lovers and outdoor enthusiasts alike. Whether it's the serenity of the riverside or the grandeur of the surrounding wilderness, Spokane's natural beauty is truly captivating. The Columbia River Gorge is a remarkable natural wonder that stretches along the border of Washington
You want
and
to put
Oregon.
that in here?
This stunning landscape, formed by Ice Age floods, is preserved by various local, state, and federal agencies as parks and public lands, and its designation as the Columbia Gorge National Recreation Area.
Anyway,
Spanning approximately 80 miles, the gorge transitions from a temperate rainforest in the west to dry pine forests and prairies in the east. Both sides of the river feature magnificent waterfalls and impressive basalt rock formations. Among these, Multnomah Falls stands out as Oregon's tallest waterfall, plunging 620 feet down lush, mossy cliffs. The region's unique microclimate fosters a diverse array of plant and animal species, making it a haven for bird watchers and wildlife lovers.
Wait. You want or no? You like or no?
With its stunning views, colorful wildflowers,
Okay, sorry.
and brilliant autumn colors, the Columbia River Gorge offers captivating experiences throughout the year,
You don't like.
celebrating the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest.
Ayaw mo naman eh. No more.
Cape Flattery marks the northwesternmost point of the contiguous United States, making it a true gem of the Pacific Northwest. Situated in Cloud County on the Olympic Peninsula, this stunning location is part of Naka tribal land, belonging to the indigenous people of the Washington coast. Many people mistakenly associate Cape Flattery as part of Olympic National Park, but in fact, it is separate, governed by the unique laws and regulations of the Naka tribe.
Ha? Ano?
Kasi,
Oh.
sa libro ba yun?
This breathtaking cape juts into the Pacific Ocean, offering dramatic cliffs that rise sharply from the water, where waves crash against the rocks, creating a mesmerizing display of power and beauty. Wildlife enthusiasts will delight in spotting a variety of birds.
Sa po, yung saray, dahil wala akong susi.
Eh, yung isa eh, labas-masok. Kaya mamaya, nalustan. Ano, kumatok ka na lang.
Tumatawag na akong 3 beses eh, hindi nyo naririnig.
Hindi naman naglilinis.
For the Naka tribe, who have inhabited the region
Wala naman
for thousands
Ayan o, miss call 3 times.
the waters and lands as vital to their heritage and
Hindi
livelihood.
nagdadayan.
Pinipindot nyo ba to? Ito, pinipindot nyo tong side na to.
Bakit?
Eh, volume to eh. Ba't pinipindot nyo ba tong side na to? Huwag nyo pinipindutin to. Kasi volume yan. Kaya nga naka-full volume para... Paano pala pag may tumatawag yung ano? Emergency.
The Peninsula is one of the largest temperate rainforests in the United States and a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Go back to sleep. Sometimes, kumakatok ako, hindi nyo pa rin ako naririnig.
With its lush vegetation, the rainforest receives an impressive 168 inches of rain each year, creating a vibrant ecosystem rich in biodiversity. Visitors can explore numerous trails, including the popular Whole Rainforest Trail, which winds through the dense foliage and offers glimpses of cascading streams and unique wildlife such as elk, black bears, and various bird species. BatangFirst is also home to an array of plant life, including ferns and wildflowers, contributing to its stunning visual appeal. This remarkable area showcases the
Be quiet.
balance of nature, making it a favorite destination for nature enthusiasts, hikers, and photographers alike.
Quiet. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Part of Olympic National Park, the beach features sweeping views of the Pacific Ocean, with towering sea stacks and picturesque rock formations that rise dramatically from the water. Visitors can enjoy long walks along the sandy shore, where they might encounter tide pools brimming with marine life, including colorful starfish and sea anemones.
Look at sleep now.
The beach is also famous for its striking sunsets, where vibrant colors reflect off the ocean.
Kaya ako na naman nakalipas yun.
The area is home to diverse wildlife, including seals, sea lions, and various seabirds, making it a paradise for nature enthusiasts and wildlife watchers.
Bye. Bye. Mom.
Hindi na lang yun eh. Kapyak, may ilo. Ay, may ilo.
Lake Savage is a stunning freshwater lake that spans about 8.5 miles, bordered by lush forests and gentle hills.
Hindi na kasi ba ang pagputa eh. Hindi na kasi ba?
Teka, oh.
Its crystal clear waters beautifully reflect the vibrant hues of the sky, creating breathtaking views.
Yan siya.
This serene setting is ideal for families looking to spend the day by the lake. In the spring and summer months, wildflowers bloom along the
Yeah,
shores,
Papa.
adding vibrant bursts of color
Yeah,
to the
Papa.
surrounding greenery. The lake is framed by the majestic Cascade Mountains, which enhance its allure and create a striking contrast with the calm waters. Rich in wildlife and natural beauty, Lake Savage offers a wonderful retreat for both locals and visitors, making it a beloved destination in the Pacific Northwest. Looking at Riverfront Park in Spokane today, it's amazing to think that fewer than 50 years ago, the park was an old train yard. After some time, the transformation began in the early 1970s,
Bakit di ka
shaping the
matulog, ha?
park into the beloved space it is now.
Stop.
Travel the Spokane River, the park boasts picturesque walking and biking trails, vibrant gardens, and spacious green areas perfect for picnicking and unwinding. Throughout the year, Riverfront Park serves as a lively centre for the community, hosting a variety of events and festivals. From alpine forests to glacial summits, the Cascade and Olympic mountain ranges in Washington state offer some of the finest hiking experiences in the continental United States. Mount Baker National Forest, which covers a significant portion of northwest Washington, is no exception. This forest features some of the most breathtaking hiking trails in the state, often with fewer visitors than other popular parks. The top hikes around Mount Baker showcase valleys adorned with wildflowers, towering snowy peaks, and picturesque alpine lakes, epitomizing the essence of the Pacific Northwest wilderness. Additionally, the forest is teeming with diverse wildlife, including black bears, elk, and a variety of bird species.
Lalabas naman kanina eh. Lalabas ka na naman ngayon.
During the warm months, outdoor enthusiasts flock here for hiking, camping, and mountain biking, while winter turns the area into a snowy wonderland of skiing, snowboarding, and snowshoeing. With its extensive trail network, stunning viewpoints, and ecosystems, Mount Baker Snoqualmie National Forest offers an unforgettable setting for adventure and exploration in the Pacific Northwest. The city of Tacoma in Washington is something of a dark horse and is most well known for its gorgeous glass works that are much sought by glass connoisseurs the world over. Thanks to its rich tradition of glass blowing, the city has a strong commitment to the arts, with numerous galleries and artists' studios enriching its vibrant cultural scene. In addition to its creative spaces, Tacoma boasts a rich history with museums and historical landmarks sprinkled throughout the area. Nature has also favored Tacoma as it lies along the shores of Puget Sound, offering stunning views and a diverse array of plant and animal life against breathtaking landscapes. Outdoor enthusiasts will find plenty to do here, whether it's hiking along scenic trails, kayaking on the calm waters of the Sound, or taking leisurely strolls through charming local parks. interests you, be it art, history, or nature, Tacoma provides a wealth of diverse activities that are certainly worth exploring. What do you think about this dynamic city of Tacoma? Spanning over 500,000 acres of northwest Washington state, North Cascades National Park is impressively vast. While it ranks as the 12th largest national park in the contiguous United States, it is adjacent to two additional areas managed by the National Park Service, increasing the total area of the North Cascades complex to nearly 700,000 acres, just a bit smaller than Rhode Island. The park features some of the highest elevations in Washington's section of the North Cascades, with a remarkable 9,000-foot difference between its peak and lowest points. This diverse geography includes snow-capped summits, reminiscent of the French Alps, and verdant trails adorned with ferns in a temperate rainforest. The park is teeming with wildlife and is home to 312 glaciers, second only to Alaska's national parks in number. Rosario Beach, nestled within the Fidalgo Island section of Deception Pass State Park, is a breathtaking gem that enchants all who visit. Its soft sandy shores are embraced by rugged cliffs and vibrant greenery, creating a stunning backdrop perfect for both relaxation and adventure. Tidal pools along the beach reveal an unlike.
Open a world of fresh possibilities for Pacific foods. For more organic flavors, more bowls of delicious comfort, more soup season to savor. Pacific Foods, fresh from the pantry.
Wonderland, filled with healthy creatures, sparkling with curiosity and delight in young exploring and adults alike. Nearby, hiking trails meander through dense forests and along dramatic cliffs, rewarding trekkers with sweeping vistas of the stunning landscape, including the majestic Deception Pass Bridge. Whether you're seeking a peaceful picnic spot, a place to beach going for treasures, or the perfect scene for photography, especially at sunset, When the sky ignites in a brilliant display of colors, Rosario Beach offers an unforgettable escape into nature's beauty. Colchut Lake is undoubtedly the most popular alpine lake to hike to in Washington State, and it's easy to see why. Situated in an area known as the Enchantments, this region features a stunning array of alpine lakes and mountains, showcasing some of the finest hiking and wildlife experiences in the state. The lake is positioned at the foot of Dragon Tail Peak, a striking jagged summit that looms above. Colchut Lake is nestled in a natural park surrounded by towering
Sobrang
mountain
nailabas
peaks
mo.
with its deep turquoise waters creating a captivating scene.
Enough. Go. Enough.
In the autumn, vibrant yellow larches dot the tree line, adding to the lake's crystal clear water entices visitors looking to cool off on warm summer days. Additionally, Colchut Lake serves as the first stop in a series of lakes along the most popular hiking route in the area. With its serene atmosphere and dramatic views, Colchut Lake is an ideal spot for photography, reflection, or simply appreciating the wonders of nature. The Skycoach River, meandering through the breathtaking Cascade Mountains in Washington State, is a strikingly beautiful waterway that captivates visitors with its natural splendor. Originating from the snow-mounted towering peaks, the river flows through dense forests, steep canyons, and scenic valleys, creating a vibrant ecosystem that supports an array of wildlife. The river is well known for its pristine, crystal clear waters, making it a popular destination for kayakers, rafters, and anglers seeking to catch salmon and steelhead. Along its banks, visitors can find an abundance of recreational opportunities, including hiking trails that wind through the lush landscape, providing stunning views of the river and surrounding mountains. In autumn, Cornish River transforms into a canvas of vibrant colours as the leaves change, creating a picturesque backdrop for photographers and nature lovers alike. With its dramatic scenery and diverse activities, the Star Cornish River is not only a vital resource for the community, but also a treasured escape for those looking to immerse themselves in the beauty of the Pacific Northwest. If you ask any Seattle local what their favorite day hike is in the city, Rattlesnake Ledge almost always makes it to the top of the list. The trail to the ledge is moderately challenging, winding through lush forests of cedar and fir tree. Vietnam, a land of breathtaking beauty and cultural richness. In this video, we will embark on an extraordinary journey to explore the unbelievable charm of this Southeast Asian gem. From the bustling cities to serene landscapes, Vietnam has something for every traveler. So, buckle up and get ready for an unforgettable adventure. Our first stop is Hanoi, the heart and soul of Vietnam. Get ready to be captivated by the city's unique blend of French colonial architecture, enchanting pagodas, and bustling street markets. Did you know that Hanoi is home to the famous Train Street, where trains pass through narrow residential streets just inches away from houses? It's a sight to behold. Take a stroll around the serene Huang Kian Lake, where locals practice Tai Chi at sunrise, and don't miss the historic Old Quarter, a maze of narrow streets filled with traditional shops and street food stalls. As you explore, discover the city's rich history, including the ancient Temple of Literature, Vietnam's first university. With its vibrant culture, delicious cuisine, and hidden gems, Hanoi is a must-visit destination that promises a tapestry of unforgettable experiences. To the energetic Ho Chi Minh City, a dynamic metropolis that pulses with life. Formerly known as Saigon, this city is a captivating mix of modern skyscrapers and historic landmarks. Land of vibrant street life, where the iconic motorbike-filled streets create a symphony of movement. Explore the War Remnants Museum for a poignant look at the country's history. Ho Chi Minh City is a food lover's paradise too, with delectable street food like banh mi and pho waiting to tantalize your taste buds. Take a moment to visit the ornate Notre Dame Cathedral Basilica of Saigon and the historic Central Post Office, showcasing French colonial architecture. With its lively atmosphere, rich history, and culinary delights, Ho Chi Minh City promises an unforgettable journey through the heart of Vietnam. Nestled in the Gulf of Tonkin, Ha Long Bay is a mesmerizing natural wonder, renowned for its breathtaking seascape of emerald waters and towering limestone karsts. This UNESCO World Heritage Site boasts over 1,600 islands and islets, creating a picturesque setting that seems straight out of a fairy tale. Dive into the bay's mystical charm by cruising through its crystal clear waters, where hidden caves and floating fishing villages await discovery. Surprisingly, legend has it that the karsts were formed by dragons, and the bay's name, Ha Long, translates to descending dragon. Don't miss the chance to explore the captivating Tien Kun Cave, adorned with stunning stalactite formations. As you navigate the bay's serene waters, you'll be captivated by the beauty that has earned Ha Long Bay its reputation as one of Vietnam's most enchanting destinations, leaving you in awe of nature's majestic artistry. Step into the enchanting town of Hoi An, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, where time seems to stand still amidst its ancient charm and vibrant cultural tapestry. Once a bustling international trading port, Hoi An's well-preserved architecture reflects influences from Chinese, Japanese, and European cultures. Roam through the lantern-lit streets of the Old Town, where every building tells a story, and traditional wooden bridges gracefully span the Tuolumne River. Hoi An is not just a feast for the eyes, but also for the taste buds, relish for local specialties, including famous Sao Bao noodles. Uncover the town's artistic spirit by visiting the numerous tailor shops and art galleries. One unique aspect is the monthly Full Moon Lantern Festival, where the town is adorned with colorful lanterns, creating a magical ambiance. Continuing our journey, we arrive at Hue, the former imperial capital of Vietnam. Nestled along the Perfume River borders, showcasing a treasure trove of palaces, temples, and citadels. Did you know that the city is home to the UNESCO listed complex of huge monuments, including the majestic Imperial City with its iconic Golong Gate? Explore the hidden corners of the Forbidden Purple City, which was once reserved exclusively for the Emperor and his closest confidants. Take a leisurely boat ride down the Perfume River to discover the peaceful Timor Pagoda, an iconic 7-story tower in the water. Da Nang, a city where nature seamlessly blends with urbanity, is a coastal gem that beckons with its dynamic energy and stunning landscapes. Nestled between the Inland Range and the South China Sea, this bustling city boasts a vibrant atmosphere and a wealth of hidden wonders. Marvel at the colossal marble mountains, a cluster of limestone hills punctuated with caves and pagodas, offering panoramic views of the city and coastline. Penang is home to the iconic Dragon Bridge, a dazzling display of lights that spans the Han River. And it's not just a bridge, it breathes fire and water on weekends, adding a touch of magic to the night. For a tranquil escape, venture to the pristine Waikiki Beach, renowned for its golden sands and crystal clear waters.
Looking for fresh laundry?
Step into the enchanting world of Phu Quoc, Vietnam's tropical gem, where palm-fringed beaches meet lush jungles, creating a paradise for adventure and relaxation. Did you know that beyond its pristine shores, Phu Quoc is home to the world's longest oversea cable car at Sun World Hong Kong Nature Park? Glide above the turquoise waters for breathtaking views of the archipelago. Dive into the island's vibrant coral reefs, teeming with marine life, making it a haven for snorkelers and divers. Uncover the secret behind Phu Quoc's renowned fish sauce industry, with aromatic factories dotting the landscape. And don't forget to explore the island's untouched beauty at the Phuoc Tan and Phu Quoc National Park, where dense forests and hidden waterfalls await. Our journey takes us to Sapa, nestled in the northern mountains, a captivating captivating destination where emerald terraced rice fields cascade down the rolling hills like nature's own staircase. This charming town, surrounded by misty peaks, is a gateway to the rich cultural tapestry of Vietnam's ethnic minorities. Embark on a trek through the Huang Lian Sun mountain range, home to Phan Xipang, the roof of Indochina. Encounter the warm hospitality of the local Hmong, Dao, and Tay communities, showcasing their vibrant traditions and colorful handicrafts. Supper is not only a feast for the eyes, but also a treat for the taste buds. Savor the unique flavors of local cuisine, such as the hearty Thanku soup. As you traverse the picturesque landscapes and connect with the indigenous cultures, Sapa promises an immersive and unforgettable mountain retreat, providing a glimpse into the heart of Vietnam's northern highlands. Venture off the beaten path to Khao Bang, a hidden gem nestled in the northern reaches of Vietnam. Known for its dramatic landscapes and ethnic diversity, this province offers a journey into the untouched beauty of the country. Cascading waterfalls like Ban Giok, one of the largest in Southeast Asia, where emerald waters plunge amidst lush greenery, creating a breathtaking natural spectacle. Explore the mysterious Muang Cave, adorned with stunning stalactite formations, adding an element of intrigue to your adventure. As you traverse the winding roads that snake through karst mountains, you discover a land of untamed beauty and cultural richness, making Khao Bang an off-the-beaten-path destination that promises awe-inspiring moments at every turn. Welcome to Ninh Binh, a hidden gem in northern Vietnam, often referred to as Halong Bay on land. This enchanting destination is a tapestry of lush landscapes, ancient temples, and meandering waterways. Embark on a scenic boat ride along the Trang Grotto, where emerald green rivers wind through limestone karst formations, revealing hidden caves and pristine nature. Ninh Binh is home to the historic Old ancient capital, an archaeological site that echoes the grandeur of Vietnam's past dynasties. Climb the steps of the Mua Caves to witness panoramic views of the Tang Kok Valley, where vibrant rice paddies stretch to the horizon. Delve into the peaceful atmosphere of the Bai Dinh Pagoda, one of the largest Buddhist complexes in Southeast Asia. With its blend of natural wonder and cultural heritage, Ninh Binh invites you to unravel the secrets of its captivating beauty, promising an unforgettable journey through Vietnam's picturesque landscapes. Silver Valley is a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. This enchanting valley is not only a picturesque landscape of vibrant green rice terraces, but also a hub of unique cultural traditions. Known for its mesmerizing hot springs, Tula offers a relaxing retreat for weary travelers seeking an invigorating experience. As you explore Tula Valley, you'll be captivated by the harmonious blend of stunning natural beauty and the rich tapestry of local customs, making it an unforgettable stop on a journey through the wonders of Vietnam. Embark on an unforgettable journey through the vibrant tapestry of the Mekong Delta, often referred to as the rice of Vietnam. This sprawling network of rivers, swamps, and islands in the southern part of the country is a mesmerizing blend of natural beauty and cultural richness. Glide along the narrow waterways on traditional wooden boats, where floating markets come to life with the hustle and bustle of local traders. Explore the lush orchards and tropical fruit gardens, sampling exotic fruits like dragon fruit and rambutan.
Ba't naman?
Nakasarap kami. Bibili ko lang ito.
The Mekong Delta is not just for the senses. It's a living mosaic of traditional villages where locals craft handmade goods and practice age-old customs. Immerse yourself in the serene beauty of the Delta's lush landscapes, dotted with charming villages, ancient pagodas, and stilt houses. From a lively Camp Go to the tranquil Van Tray, the Mekong Delta offers a captivating adventure into the heart of Vietnamese culture and the natural wonders of the Delta's watery world.
That's lost.
Discover the coastal charm of Quy Nhon, a hidden gem along Vietnam's central coast. With its pristine beaches, turquoise waters, and a rich cultural heritage, Quy Nhon is a captivating destination off the beaten path. Dive into the crystal clear sea at Calico Beach, where white sand meets vibrant coral reefs, offering an underwater paradise for snorkelers and divers. Explore the historical relics of the Chinatowns, dating back to the 11th century, showcasing the region's ancient cultural influences. Prepare to be captivated by the hidden paradise of Condao Islands, an archipelago off Vietnam's southern coast. These islands are not only the tropical heat, pristine beaches, and crystal clear waters, but also hold a haunting historical significance. Once a brutal prison complex during the French colonial era and Vietnam War, Hong Kong has transformed into a peaceful sanctuary, offering a unique blend of natural beauty and prominent history. Explore the remnants of the infamous prisons, where heroic stories of resilience unfold against the backdrop of lush landscapes. Nestled along Vietnam's southeast coast, the breathtaking Vinh Hai offers a tranquil escape into nature's embrace. This hidden gem boasts pristine turquoise waters, dramatic cliffs, and a sense of serenity that captivates the soul. Explore the bay's beauty by boat, gliding through winding channels surrounded by towering rock formations that create an awe-inspiring seascape. Vinh Hai Bay is a haven for marine enthusiasts, with vibrant coral reefs inviting snorkelers and divers to discover an underwater paradise teeming with colorful marine life. Serving as the gateway to the Mekong Delta, my fellow invites you to experience the essence of Delta life. This charming city, nestled along the Tien River, is a tapestry of lush landscapes, traditional villages, and the vibrant river of the Mekong. Embark on a boat cruise along the intricate network of waterways, where stilt houses and floating markets showcase the daily life of the locals. My Pho is renowned for its delicious tropical fruits, and a visit to the Blue Triangle Pagoda unveils intricate architecture and serene gardens.
Bakit merong pastel dyan sa kapitbahay nyo? Estate for sale. Para saan yun?
Baka nag-legenda ka ng ano.
Saan nakaturo yun? Ha?
This bustling city,
Inaano nila, ina-advertise niya lang.
tapestry of tradition and modernity.
Sino?
Itong kapitbahay nyo.
Ito? Parang doon, meron eh.
Canfield's
Sa mga
renowned for
daan?
its enchanting floating
Pero
markets,
wala naman nakalagay na ano.
it's laden with
Wala naman
tropical fruits and
nakalagay na
neighborhoods
araw o
that
ano.
are not spectacle on the water.
Wala pa ba? Wala pang binibigay siguro?
Ha?
The iconic high-rated floating market, the largest of its kind in the
Wala.
Mekong Delta,
Wala pa rin?
immerses you
Pag di siya magbigay ditong buwan na to, next November, wala nang pondo yung ano. Wala nang pondo sa November.
Take a boat cruise through the intricate network of canals to explore the peaceful rural landscapes and discover traditional villages. And those on the pagoda, adorned with intricate woodwork, offers a glimpse into the city's spiritual heritage. Prepare to be awestruck by the mystical wonders of Phong Ha Ke Bang, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Vietnam that will transport you to a realm of jaw-dropping beauty. Home to the world's largest cave, Song Dong, this mesmerizing national park boasts a surreal landscape of limestone karst formations, hidden caves, and pristine rivers. Dive into the depths of Phong Ha Cave, illuminated by enchanting stalactites and stalagmites, creating a natural cathedral of wonders.
Hindi siya magbigay eh. 3 buwan na siya hindi magbigay. September, October. 1,000 na. Huling bigay niya ba? August 1st.
But equally captivating is the Dark Cave, where you can embark on an adventurous journey involving zip lining and mud baths. Nestled in the northern highlands of Vietnam,
Yeah.
is a unique blend of history, culture, and natural beauty.
Discovering the non-participating processes and muscle
Walang
development
pera.
acting data about another local scribe and Tevio, often too.
2.5. 2.5 a month. $90,000, 3 years. Kung meron kang 90,000, 3 years yun. Kung meron kang 90,000, 3 years na bayad sa bahay yun. Yung 90,000. Kung sabi mo na yung average ng bayad, magbabayad mo is 2.5.
Tama yung sinabi ko sa'yo, yung property tax nito, 5,000.
2.5. Kung meron kang 2.5 a month. Kasi 15,000 ano eh. 15,000 a month.
Yung
15,000 1 year.
ano, yung kanyang ano, property tax.
15,000 6 months yun. So yung 1 year, 30,000. So yung 2 years, 60,000. 3 years, 90,000. Dapat meron kang 90,000. Kaya magbayaran ng 3 years. Parang madaling isipin, 90,000, no? 3 years. 3 years, 3 years nung hindi i-worry, 90,000.
Kung ang kinikita mo
Ha?
kung ang kinikita mo ay magkano? Ano yung 2.5? Yung binabayaran mo buwan-buwan?
Yun yung, kunyari, 2.5 yung monthly mortgage ko rito. Sabi mo ng 2.5 para even. So yung 6 months ng 2.5 is 15,000 eh. So yung 1 year, 30,000. 2 years, 60,000. Another extra 30,000, 3 years, 90,000. So lahat nung sa Washington, lahat bayad din mga bahay nila.
Pero bakit mo? Sino ka lang natin? Saka si Beno. Pero yung tatlong yun,
Tibo and Bitoy, hindi pa bayad yung bahay kasi malalaki yung bahay nila. Ganun.
saka hindi nga nila siguro inaano yung
Mahal din yun eh. Kung ang bahay nila kayo doon eh, nagbabayo na rin yung 400,000. Parang 200,000 na value ng bahay doon. Parang ganun na yung value ng bahay nila doon, mga 450,000. Kung nakuha sila ng kung kakukuha lang nila ng bago-bago. I don't think sa mayroon pa rin 190,000 na bahay doon sa amin.
yun nga lang sinusunod ni
State officials say
Leo.
power has been
Yes,
already
kaya kondo eh.
Almost 400 plus. Eh bakit hindi kaya nangyayaro? Kita mo rin, ang dami-dami na lang.
There isn't enough money to handle future disasters without a refund from Congress.
We will need one, it's just a matter of when.
President Biden repeating his calls for Congress to return to session. He says both FEMA and the Small Business Administration need more money and should pass emergency relief immediately.
as we identify specifically how much is needed. So I'm just telling everybody now, I don't want to hear that this is going to be the end.
Some Republicans say the back-to-back hurricanes are reason to redirect foreign funding, such as for the war in Ukraine, so lawmakers can help with the disasters.
Frankly, right now, I've got Americans that are suffering, and so I do believe that those resources would be better spent there at home.
Congress freed up $20 billion for FEMA last month, but House Speaker Mike Johnson says additional money won't wait until Congress returns in November.
Hey, I'm Allie. I'm here tonight. The first responders are in the racing to rescue people from the devastation of Hurricane Milton. Crews are fighting to get to people in it. Somebody basically clinging to this pole that looks to be that out of the water. This is news that the Olympic rescue the Coast Guard here because he is dropping this and trying to get the guy. He is now apparently in the house more than second to second. I want to say also another video at 4-story town in your team. He's holding on to a piece of a fence, and you see rescuers going in and trying to get him out there. You also got pictures of a mom and her two kids wading through the water to see if they can help both neighbors and the news crew, for example, and Sylvia. She ended up telling them she thought she would be safe.
Me and my children hopped on the oven, and when we got to the oven, I called my mom and said, "Mom, me and my children are about to jump the."
We are learning this month that at least
Eh di maki-roommate na lang siya sa kapatid niya, si Jessica. Sarah.
Eh, ang bahay nila eh. Dapat sana yung isang katulad niyan, dalawa ng anak, 3 bedrooms ka. Bedrooms ka.
Brand yung bahay din yun. Bagong gawa.
Kaya nga, inaano rin nilang mamili ng mas malaki. Kasi nga, yung isang kwarto, nakupahan na ng mga alay.
Ano naman ang bago?
Parang inaano nila kasi nga, maliit na yun, dalawa na yun na. Isang kwarto na dapat hindi sa yung kwarto ng anak dahil 3 bedrooms, napakita nga rin sila. Kaya masabi nila,
Anong tawag dyan? Opportunistic ha? Nakamina ng ano? Hindi na pinakawala. Ay, hindi na. Oo. Nakajak pa ako dito.
sigurado na yung nanay ko. Lalo na, nakikita niya, mas pamabalik naman si Sarah.
Napakagit si Sarah.
And that is how much rain fell overnight here with Hurricane Milton.
Kaya kapag ito,
Places like this,
dapat lang magsalita dahil hindi. Dahil ano sa house niya. Kaya yung dalawang sabi, ano, hindi rin ito sa Sarah. Nung una-una, hindi sinulog sa nila.
So you had rescue crews out here in Holly that had done similar water rescue campaigns. Now they're doing these water rescues.
Buwaminin yan?
These people using boats, and you can just see the surprise out the same deal and get back home.
I think yung tatay na Filipino, pero
Parang hindi naman Amerikano yung ano? Yung anak ng babae.
ano magiging
Sarah?
ano magiging ano eh, makikita ko si ano.
Parang wala na yung dugo ni Brudich doon.
Yeah, they're having samples. If you look at this water, you get
Tapos nabubuhay sila sa Basilida.
Bakit ang limong spots?
Pero kung gusto niyo sabihin, parang katulad nila Sunday na mapuputi, di ba?
The people who are
Ano
in
yung
music on the
eh, hindi naman kami yung tatay eh. Sabi naman si Tumanda.
but the magnitude of
Wala nang dugo si ano.
it, he just can't.
Yung babae, yung bata. Yung tawag dito. Ano na lang yun? 1/3. Hindi 1/3. Ano na lang? Yung kalahati ng 1/3. Ano bang mataas? Yung 1/3 o 1/4? Si Sarah, 1/2 yun, half yun. Half Pilipina, half puti. Ang kaso, yung napangasawa niya, purong Asyano. Walang halong puti yun. Kaya yung magiging anak nila, kunti na lang yung ano ng trace ng white ano. Buti pa siya, ano? Buti pa si... Buti pa si pangalan ito. Yung anak ni ano? Yung anak ni Valerie.
Ay, puro yun. Ibig sabihin, half Filipino.
Wala na rin dugo. Kabaliktaran naman yun. Wala na siyang dugo ng Mendoza. Kunti na lang. Nakita mo yung buhok niya, parang pula ba yun or something?
And this is the impact of Milton. Where I was just telling you about more people seem to be paying attention. It's something that we've heard time and again this week. People saw what the league did. It hit their communities harder than other storms have. And it inspired more people to get out ahead of time. Officials here say 100 to 200 people stayed in this community in Bradenton Beach for the league. But in the aftermath of the league, officials were concerned on multiple fronts. The storm drew a lot of sand inland. That means that the protected dunes are not there. So this year,
Bago na naman yung mga bahay nila, yung mga nasira. Every 3 years, bago bahay. Yung insurance, syempre. Tsaka whatever, maybe yung government din. Ano? Kaya hindi na sila alis dyan, papagawa. Kaya kailangan meron kang ano, insurance para sa flood, saka sa ano. Ito, anong insurance meron to? Fire lang? Walang flood? So saan na, kunyari, okay, kunyari, Laconwood, walang mangyari, pero may nangyari. Saan natin i-claim to? Kunyari, may fire, ano? Insurance ng... So, yun ang tatawagan natin. Tapos, halos ayaw pa magbigay.
Mga insurance, maano din eh. Alam mo pa mabuti, kung ano yung kaso.
Yeah, as best we can tell, there's no power out here. There's debris all over the place. Even though it's a hurricane force wave, right? You can still get a gust. It gets dark out. This is driving over. You can get a flat tire.
Maangal na naman siya, pero maghapon na naman siya dyan sa labas, kinabukasan. Hindi ka na makakatayo. Ha? Ano yung inaangal niya? Manila.
Di ba mabakot siya magtatapit-tapit yung mga
Ano ba yung nilalagay niya kahapon?
yung tinanggal dyan.
Tinanggal saan? Ah, dito.
Para may pasok sa cycle box.
Ah, nilagay niya para may tapon. Yung blinds na sideways.
Mahaba eh, hindi pwede. Pag nakaangat yung cycle box niya, hindi titik.
Ganun ba yun?
Kaya nakasara. Yung alam medyo nakabuka na ganyan sa puno-puno.
Bakit kasi pinapakailangan niya? Yun.
Alin?
Yun.
Eh, paano nakatambak dyan?
So?
Eh, sabi nga ni Isi, baka pagdating ko, no, yung mga tinanggal na alat yan, nandiyan pa rin.
So, kung gusto nyo gawin, itapon.
Oh, nandiyan na sa cycle box.
You can leave it there, so what's wrong with it?
Ay, so naman,
So,
naka-cycle
is something's gonna happen to you kung meron kayo nakikita ISO?
wala naman. Pero di ba mas
It's
maganda
bother you kung may, kunyari, may ISO dyan
Ay,
sa...
katulad nga yun. Tinanggal na ng kapatid mo dyan na nakahilata doon sa ano.
You can live in a perfect place.
Saan?
Ito yung kapitbahay nyo. Punong-puno yung garage ng
Ba't mo
Paano hindi siya sabi yung gagawin nyo, but,
Ba't mo gagayahin yung gano'n?
hindi yung gagayahin, but,
Nilinis na ng kapatid mo para meron may lugar pa at may
Ah,
maluwag na.
sino ba nagdadala ng mga gamit dito na you don't need it?
So, katulad niya, nalaglag yan. O pwede naman ma-recycle. Ginawa niya ng paraan, recycle.
Hinila niya yun kaya nalaglag eh.
Sino?
Si Essie. Hindi niyo ba nakita yun? Nandiyan kayo eh.
Hindi ko napansin, nakita ko na lang.
Hinila niya kaya nalaglag.
Yes, and I can
Ba't
speak to that.
nanila?
I don't know.
Working through it, we saw those flooding streets.
Pwede mo namang ilagay yan eh at meron yun eh.
Knew that this was going to be the case. It was really hard to tell the difference between where the Helene debris began or ended and where Milton debris began because it all just sort of floated together as one big mess on the streets here. And I think that as Stephanie pointed
Pero
out,
malambot na madali naman yung gagawin. So, tatlong
If
ganyan
it's
lang.
not broken, don't fix it.
so between getting caught off guard with the rainfall or even wind like this, being told that you might be at risk of a crane collapsing in your apartment wasn't exactly in the cards. They thought that, oh, we're in evacuation zone C, we must be safe. Just a reminder, these storms pose a threat from all sides, Ellie.
Tulad niya, nilalagarin nyo. Tapos the next day, halos hindi kayo makakilos.
Ay, ang dinasabi ko sa kanya. Pag
Okay. Ayaw na kasi, naman sisahin ko lang. Gusto niya yan eh. So, okay, go ahead.
Sabi ko rin sa kanya, gusto mo wala naman uutos sa iyo o nagtutupilit siya, gawin mo yan. Kaya wala ka kung aamal-amal.
Yeah, Allie, well, let me tell you about what we're
What you do, just chill there, watch the, kasi may away ka na, tapos,
just about every car has its windows busted out. There are trees and debris everywhere, piling up on the side of the road here.
I
Everything
can't
you
move.
see here. Storm shutters up also on just about every house. This was a community that tried to prepare for the hurricane. They were prepared for the winds, they were prepared for the flooding, but they were not prepared for the possibility of those tornadoes. I want to play a little bit of the sound that I got after speaking with a resident here who talked to me about the moment that he realized this was going to be more than just your traditional hurricane. Take a listen.
You can feel the pressure of the house.
Hello.
And audibly the whistling. And force coming.
Baka mamaya,
about a minute and a half.
sakit ng katawan nyo. Tamahan kayo ng,
Walked outside.
ang tawag dyan?
The neighborhood annihilated.
Pneumonia.
Definitely, I will say the folks in this community count themselves lucky because the
Di naman siguro kayo tatamaan ng pneumonia kasi meron kayong ang tawag doon.
devastation there, houses
Pneumonia kokal ba yun?
residents in because there were teams on the ground still doing search and rescue in that area. And so certainly a lot of devastation here as the toll from the tornadoes alone is at 6. That is half of the death toll here in the state so far. Hallie?
You've also got 50,000 people who don't have power in the county where you are, Priscilla. The Florida governor has supplied them from as far as the West Coast and California are being brought in to try to help. Any sense of timeline?
Yeah, that's always the big question. He says that there are 50,000 linemen who are here working to get into these areas to begin working on getting that power restored. They've also brought in 1,000 generators to help power some of these
Tulad
this
yan.
critical infrastructure. But I think as
Pag dinok sa'yo, kita-kita kayo ng kapitbahay nyo rito.
we're talking about more than 3 million people across the state without power. And I want to show you really quickly a good sign. Water utility folks here. This community is still without power, but they're working to get that wastewater pumped out. And so that is a good sign here when you see utility trucks coming into neighborhoods like this. Allie?
Yeah, no kidding. You cross your fingers and hope it means that that folks will be able to get what they need sooner rather than later. Priscilla Thompson, thank you very much. Let me take you down to the Sandbrook Causeway, which is connecting to one of the barrier islands off the coast with Sandbrook. And Sam, the line behind you looks like emergency vehicles are getting through. What about people who live or have homes in that area?
Yeah, so if you're a resident, you can get on and off the island, but everybody else right now cannot access it. Hallie, look over my shoulder. You got the checkpoint. This is actually the lightest that we have seen things the entire day. My guess this is because there's a curfew at 9 p.m. After that point, everyone's got to be inside. But here's the reality for Sanibel Island right now. And we talk about these barrier islands as being sort of that first line that gets whacked with huge storm surge and these violent winds. While on Sanibel Island, this situation has no water, no electricity. There's a critical piece of infrastructure that needs to be flown onto the island to restore the electricity that will allow them to start pumping water again. But these bulletins, they're warning residents returning for the first time to their homes on Sanibel. Do not turn on the water if you get sewage backed up inside of your home, and there are many cases not clear as to what level.
Tulad niya, pag di siya magbigay, 750 na yung babayaran niya sa katapusan ng sa middle October. Actually, middle October na ngayon, di ba? Ano na ngayon? October 13 o October 12? Kung di siya magbigay ngayon, middle na. Dapat 750 na yung bibigay niya. Para totally maka-catch up siya. Mag-inisip niya pa yan Sabi ko sa inyo basta sa bigayan, 5 cents nga lang, ayaw pa niya magbigay.
So, Ali, I can't hear you right now. We should start keeping our patience, but I will tell you this. I think you're asking me about Fort Myers Beach as long as we sort of segue to where we have been today and the places that we've seen, really the evocative memories of people that have gone through this crisis. And it's pretty remarkable. These homes that have been newly rebuilt, like hundreds of homes all over the 7-mile stretch on Stella Boulevard, held up pretty well, but many homeowners did sustain more damage. Can you imagine the idea of going back after Hurricane Helene, now after Hurricane Milton, after Hurricane Debbie? It's been 5 hurricanes in 2 years for this population of people. We thought of a woman named Crystal Shola, and she also does need to have more repairs to her home, which was destroyed in the first place. We thought about the psychology of the situation. Take a look. How hard is it to keep going through the same cycle around it?
You know, it is hard. We have terrific neighbors. We all help each other. And the fact that we all love it here so much that, we just keep doing it. It's really, it's heart-wrenching to have to keep going through this.
Residents just returned Hallie, and no doubt Crystal is not the only one that's feeling that way. I'm emotional for that. Back to you.
Sarah, total pro, even without this, Sam, thank you very much. Let me go back to you now, Phil Harris, who's got the forecast. I think forecast, but really, Bill, it's a bit of a pulling back, looking at what else is becoming here, right? If we're looking at any kind of storm surge on the East Coast, and the timing here, because you look at the timing between Helene and Milton, just 13 days, that's the shortest
I know.
Yeah, how I'm scared of all these pictures and dams after that, everything was strong. What's different for me is I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know if it was from Helene or if it was from Milton. I mean, it's just a mess in so many areas. A lot of people are saying that, the wind damage is mostly from what happened yesterday in the Milton. A lot of the storm surge is from, Helene, but I don't think we've even seen some of the worst pictures from, where Sam was trying to get there on Sanibel up to Captiva, and then that area south of Sarasota. We still haven't seen those pictures.
Lituwa.
California All Steel is the heartbeat of custom fabricated steel structures on the West Coast, with engineering, delivery, and installation included, and manufactured locally in Fresno, California. We ensure a timely build and is
The South China Sea is the third larger than the Mediterranean, with 250 islands, atolls, and reefs. China is expanding its claims to ownership, especially in the territory of the Philippines. China's naval fleet is the largest in the world, and it's increasingly threatening Philippine ships. Under President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., the Philippines has been aligning itself more closely with the United States.
Our president has already expressed his clear statement that regardless of level of aggression that we're not going to surrender a square inch of our territory to any foreign power.
Why this big political change in the Philippines? China has not threatened to use force to settle the matter of the
Lalabas ba kayo bukas?
Hindi siguro.
Here, the dangers
Yan lang
of
naman ang
operating
inaano
the
namin
smoldering
pagkakas.
conflict between Beijing and Washington could ignite into a global crisis.
Yung hindi kami nakabili ng Sabado, doon kaya lumalabas kami na dito.
The South China Sea, part of which is known in the Philippines as the West Philippine Sea. Surrounded by China, Taiwan, and the Philippines, it's the site of the power struggle between Washington and Beijing. Experts warn that this regional dispute has global implications.
This battle to defend the West Philippine Sea is not a battle alone. The world has a stake here because if China succeeds, then it will overturn the UN Charter. We will go back to might is right era.
But Beijing has its own interpretation of the founding document of the United Nations. Zhao Bo is a retired colonel in China's People's Liberation Army.
China considers the islands, reefs and waters of the South China Sea to belong to China. So the expansion is happening on our own territory, and that's our business.
Beijing justifies its maritime ambitions with what's known as the Nine-Dash Line, which has been marked on Chinese maps since the 1940s. From China's perspective, it's evidence of centuries-old territorial claims.
We cannot say that 2,000 years ago we were passing through this, our fishermen were there, there was a shipwreck there of our traders, so it's us. I mean, all historical claims have been extinguished.
In 2013, the Philippines took China to court over the matter. 3 years later, the Court of Arbitration in The Hague ruled that under international maritime law, Beijing had no claim to areas within the Philippine economic zone. But China has ignored that ruling. One hotspot of the conflict is the Scarborough Shoal, which China occupied in 2012. It's located 220 kilometers from Luzon, the main island of the Philippines, and some 800 kilometers from the Chinese island of Hainan. The area's rich fishing grounds add an economic factor to the dispute. US security expert and retired Colonel Ray Powell served in the region.
Now, the Philippines faces, I think, the hardest problem of all of those because of the Philippines' unique geography in the West Philippine Sea that has so many of these places that have been turned into Chinese strongholds. It's basically being blockaded out of Scarborough Shoal. If you are a Philippine fisherman, the first thing you have to worry about is the China Coast Guard showing up, or the maritime militia showing up, or both showing up.
One such fisherman is Ptolomeo Flores. He's one of the few who dared to keep sailing deep into territory occupied by China. He also testified to the Court of Arbitration.
I'm fighting for our rights, our sovereign rights here in the Philippines.
They ain't got no
We're
rights, man.
fighting for what's ours. It doesn't belong to them.
After 16 hours at sea, his boat reaches the Scarborough Shoal and its fish-rich lagoon. Chinese Coast Guard ships patrol the area. They hinder the crew from fishing in the lagoon.
Bago lang yan. 4 hours ago.
The Chinese Coast Guard is over there, about a mile away.
Mga Chinese talaga.
I counted 4 of their ships earlier.
Bakit aangkinin mo lahat yan eh? Di ba every bansa kailangan meron ka lang 200 nautical miles ng pag-aari mo?
It's very different now compared to what
Diba?
it used to be like.
I guess.
200 nautical miles sa'yo yun.
Scarborough is no longer a peaceful place. It used to be calm around here.
Bakit pati yung under ng Philippine, under ng economic zone nila, kukunin mo?
And there's nothing we can do about it. It's like they stole it. I don't even know if it belongs to them now. Our right to it is only on paper.
Baka ang ginagawa ng China dyan, nagpupunla sila ng isda dyan para pag sila,
It was just a win on paper.
pag time na ng anihan, sila ang mag-aani.
Oo.
Kasi yung Pilipino, pupunta dyan anytime. Kahit hindi pa season ng mga isda,
Andyan sila.
ulihin na nila. Parang ganun ata nangyayari dyan.
Kaya walang naiipon. Walang natitirang isda.
Kahit sabihin mo pang mayaman yung na yan, meron lang season na pwede mong anihin yung isda kasi lalaki sila. Yung Pilipino pupunta dyan anytime. Kahit hindi pa hindi pa malaki yung isda. Parang ganun ata siguro. Tulad yan.
But the crews are in constant danger of being chased off by the Chinese Coast Guard.
Parang doon sa yung season ng crabbing at saka yung season ng
Mostly
Coast Guard. That one over there.
Sila walang panahon. Walang panahon.
Every week. Sige, every week.
Not the blue one.
Okay? They feel like going to the sea.
Wala silang wala silang makakain, wala silang
Yeah.
pangkabuhayan.
Of course we're intimidated. Their ships are made of
Diyan lang yan di ba? Sa Subic,
And then how would we get
ng Masinlo.
If the
Whatever,
Chinese took
June.
us away, what would become of
Bayan
us?
ng anong
We
pangalan
wouldn't
nun?
be able to afford a few
Masinlo.
kilos of rice.
Kila Manny Boy,
Kabanggan.
Kabanggan yun. Dulo na pala yung Kabanggan.
Yun, yung mga na yun, yung mga border na yun.
Malayo pala yung Kabanggan. Tinignan ko sa mapa.
It's a piece of their
Mahaba na
For China, meanwhile, it's another step towards gaining full control of the South China Sea.
China has also been dredging our seabed and in an example of adding insult to injury, using these marine resources of the Philippines to create artificial islands within the West Philippine Sea and then militarize them and then use
Yeah,
them
wala kayong kakayahan na depensahan eh.
for territory.
The South China Sea was a body of water with a bunch of small islands and rocks, and yet in the past decade turned into a body of water with large military bases.
On the Paracel Islands and the Strophy Islands, Beijing has occupied
Kung may kakayahan kayo, madidepensahan yan. Wala.
Islands. These have been turned into military outposts, complete with harbors, missile systems, radar stations, and airstrips for fighter jets.
Baka balang araw
Bases in the Spratlys.
i-occupy din kayo ng China.
They don't have in the Scarborough area. To control the
Pag
entire
hindi na
South China
itong
Sea, must put that on air and naval base in
Pag naging global
Scarborough.
na,
You have to cover the entire South China Sea.
pag wala ng power yung US,
with
magiging
missiles
global.
and fighter jets. And that's
Isang global na lang, hindi na yung
over Taiwan. That's why they really force their way into Scarborough Shoal.
Another consequence of Beijing's militarization of the South China Sea is the danger it poses to global trade. This sea route is used for 1/3 of the world's trade, including for raw materials like iron ore, copper, and natural gas bound for China, and electronics, clothing, and cars bound for Europe and North America. Plus, there are large and previously untapped deposits of gas and oil under the seabed. The Philippines considers these vital.
Because of the fact that we have limited resources, we need international trade routes. We need the resources in our 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone to guarantee our food security and energy security, and to guarantee our country's resilience. For China, on the other hand, it is a question of economy and growth.
Former President of the Philippines, Rodrigo Duterte, best known for his violent war on drugs, was seen as China-friendly. During his time in office, Beijing expanded its presence in Philippine waters. In 2022, Ferdinand Marcos Jr. became president. Before the election, it seemed that Marcos planned to continue with Duterte's pro-China stance.
Relations between China and the Philippines under former President Duterte were generally good.
We did. And we did one. I had 12 for days. I get home. And brother. And why you drive crazy?
Number one ano yun eh. Duterte. Number one drug cartel sa...
Sino yung anak?
Sila, yung buong pamilya nila.
Wala.
Drug lord cartel. Isang ano. Binaliktad na lang nila na ano.
The President Marcos Jr. has dramatically changed its attitude towards China. Overall, it's not very friendly towards China. I suspect that has something to do with the tensions between the US and China.
The predecessor of his government, Duterte, was very pro-China, right? I mean, I would say he
Yeah, pro-China yung Duterte, di ba? I cut ties with ano.
Chinese interests.
Tinawanan na siya ng Amerika. Of course, you have the rights to choose whoever you want to fight with, di ba? Yun ang response ng Amerika. Mabait pa rin yung Amerika. In-honor niya yung sinabi mo na I cut ties with America ties.
I think the Philippines has always had strategic value, right?
Lakas din ang loob niya na sinabi niya ayaw na kita, di ba? I cut ties with the US. So, ay ano siya, ay ping siya pumanig.
In terms of diplomatic relations, like certainly the diplomatic community seems happier. But will the balance of power globally, of geopolitical power, is shifting?
Lalaki ba yung nagsasalita o babae?
I would say
Both
our president, a second Marcos Jr., cares about what the rest of the world thinks. He cares about international alliances. He has traveled more than any other president that we have had, and continues to look at this. Has signed agreements.
President Marcos Jr. is standing up to the Philippines as powerful neighbour. The message is clear, even if he doesn't always mention China by name.
I stated at the start of my administration that we would not yield 1 inch of territory to any foreign power. In recent years, the Philippines has been at the receiving end of illegal, aggressive, and irresponsible actions in the West Philippines.
Manila is steeling itself for a new and extremely powerful opponent.
Filipinos are wary of conflict. I am wary of conflict. We do not want war. And so it is really a strategic crossroads. I see it as a danger because China is really disingenuous. It has a motive. The motive is to acquire dominion over the whole of the South China Sea and perhaps even the Philippines. My call is to build a robust deterrent and a robust defense architecture. And fortunately, we have had clear guidance from our Commander-in-Chief, the President.
One reason President Marcos Jr. can act with such confidence is that he can rely on Washington's support. Since 1951, the US and the Philippines had a treaty similar to that of the NATO alliance, with each country committed to defend the other. Since 1991, the two nations have carried out joint annual military drills. The exercises are named Balagatan, which means shoulder to shoulder. They also took place during the Duterte's presidency, and under Marcos Jr. have been expanded. Taipei in 2023, 17,600 soldiers took part, the largest joint exercise to date.
How can a country like the Philippines, without nuclear arms, with a weak military, fight a country that's nuclear armed?
Pitasin nyo na yung holiday nyo.
Pitasin na niya.
To prevent the
Ilan yun? 3 ata yun.
Yung nahihinog na.
How? Well, you have to
Mamaya, mga amoy bulok na naman, katulad yung last yung isa dyan.
use your mutual defense treaty if you have.
In 2014, Washington and Manila signed the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA. It gives U.S. forces access to 5 Philippine
Yung puno dyan dati na tinibag nyo, pati ba yung ugat tinibag nyo? Yung malaking puno dyan dati sa harap,
Oo, hinukay ni tatay.
pati yung ugat na ukab. Ano, red carpet si Marcos kay kay Billy, no?
US President Joe Biden agreed to expand the
Ano, napunta sa state?
Dapat naka-Amerikana ka rin, hindi nakabarong ka.
Eh, yun nga yung ano natin eh.
Because in the event of
National...
if the Philippines
Dapat yung
US
yung
forces to attack
Amerikanang
Philippine territory,
Amerikana during yung yung panahon ng Amerika-Pilipino noon, yung modern hindi yung barong.
Hindi ah. Yan nga.
Magbarong ka na lang dyan sa Pilipinas, hindi sa ibang bansa. Para dignit, mas makakang dignify kung Amerikana yung
Yan nga yung siyempre, yung one natin ha. National outfit.
Pakisarap na lang
It's a big country. It's a powerful country. We are a small archipelagic country. Give us big.
Hindi nga lang nakalap.
Ganun lang, basta lang nakalapat, okay lang.
It's just a few hundred kilometers away from Taiwan and China.
May konting, mayroong ganito kalaban na uwak.
Okay lang yun.
Now, 2 new US military bases
Hindi na
that
niya
are set up here under the EDCA Pact with the United States.
Cagayan.
Local politicians aren't happy.
Bayan ni Enrile, Cagayan. Ilocano pa yan, Cagayan?
Ito, hindi rin mo. Yan.
We decide for the interest of our country, our province, our spending thousand.
Manuel Mamba has been a mayor, a congressman, and is now his 3rd term as governor. On Mondays, following a flag ceremony, his team starts the week with a Zumba session. Despite controversies and legal problems, he's seen as a man of the people. Mamba has been shaping the politics of his province for decades.
From a very start, EDCA site is not welcome as far as I'm concerned. Foreign forces in the province. I am opposed to it. Go on, stand against war and against any foreign forces extension to the province. These are superpowers. And when superpowers clash, it's the small people like us, the small, who will be suffering that. Especially for us here, the process with Taiwan, that is where it will ignite.
Cagayan is a popular destination for Chinese tourists, and it continues to attract investment from China.
China is the second biggest economy in the world. It's important. It will provide the relief, it will provide them meat, we provide them vegetables, and even fruits. Since I became governor in 2016, it has always been looking northward. We see hope, we see economic ties, we see international trade by looking northward of our province.
The governor's friendly stance towards China has caused him a lot of trouble.
I was even suspected to be pro-China. I'm not pro-China. I am pro-Philippines. I am pro-Cagayan. I am accused of buying votes. I never bought votes in my entire political career. And the people and the electorates of Cagayan know that. And I hope that my stand on EDCA has nothing to do with this.
The governor cannot prevent the new US bases. One of the 4 is being established in Santa Ana, in the far north of his province. But a military presence already exists in the coastal town. Student activists Raj, Jules and Ariel have travelled to the area to find out whether there have been any human rights violations committed by the military.
Dahil sa kasaysayan naman,
Our history has shown us how the American and Chinese militaries have treated Filipino citizens.
Amerika, ng China, ganyan. Sa
Military presence has come with prostitution and human rights violations.
yung pagtapak, in general.
That's what we have to watch out for with these military bases.
Ayan. Kapag nagkaroon ng military bases dito,
The 3 activists are part of a young, globally connected and well-informed generation. They don't want to be controlled by either China or the US. The beaches and jungles of the nearby island of Palau were recently used for US-Philippine military exercises. The island is also home to a Philippine naval outpost.
yung pangkalang, kasi ito lang
This boat has the naval logo on it.
mong dagat. Ganyan.
It looks like there are no officers around, just island residents. The EDCA sites are a sensitive topic, so we have to be careful.
Kaya, yun, mag-ingat na lang kami.
According to human rights organizations in the Philippines, 89 people critical of the government have been killed in the past 2 years. 18 have been tortured and 13 have gone missing.
That's not true.
The government has always campaigned against activists, calling them, communist sympathizers. This has turned into the phenomenon called red tag. A lot of activists, such as those opposing the Philippine military, have ended up harmed or dead, particularly for something like communities affected by Balikatan or EDCA.
The women conduct interviews to document how residents are being affected by the Balikatan military exercises and the EDCA Defense Alliance. They publish their findings in their student newspaper and on TikTok.
So ang Cagayan ay malapit.
Cagayan is close to Taiwan. Do you think your security as a Cagayan resident will be in danger
Yes.
if EDCA sites are established here?
Okay.
Cagayan. Kapag nakita yun na mga EDCA sites.
Kasi mostly po hindi po kami
Yes, because we don't know what will happen. We think about things like bombs and all that. We're certainly worried about it. One time, it was really scary. A helicopter landed in the rice fields. We didn't know there were American soldiers inside it. We had no idea what they were doing here.
What went through your mind?
We thought a war with China had broken out.
For years, organizations like Human Rights Watch have warned that the rights of residents are being put at risk by the security pact and the military exercises.
people in the EDCA sites fearing loss of livelihood, fearing displacement. I mean, those are real issues. I think there is a need for civil society organizations, for human rights organizations to really monitor what's happening in these EDCA sites and how the Mutual Defense Treaty and EDCA is being enforced.
Was there any consultation with your community? Or did you suddenly find out about the construction of the EDCA sites? Yes, it was quite sudden. When we found out about EDCA, we thought a war was about to break out.
They're too strong. We wouldn't stand a chance. We're afraid we'll get caught up in a war.
We're concerned because as young people, we're the next generation. We're worried about what kind of society we'll inherit. Despite improvements in human rights under President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., it's still dangerous to criticize the government and the military.
We are not a dictatorship which can put people in line, unlike China, which has no freedom of the press, no freedom of speech. They can manipulate their population into believing a storyline. Filipinos have the freedom of choice to believe, which is why having
Filipino.
90%.
Yung China, kung ano na yung sinabi ng gobyerno nila, yung paniwalaan nila, di ba? Yung Pilipino, may choice eh. Ay, hindi ako maniniwala.
West Philippine Sea.
Tensions with China also dictate the political agenda in the Senate of the Philippines, one of Asia's oldest democracies. Even opposition leader and Social Democratic Senator Risa Hontiveros supports the president's course.
This issue of the West Philippine Sea is the one that unites almost all, if not all, Filipinos, regardless of who we voted for in the election. The possibility of a wider or hot conflict breaking out. No one wants to go to war.
This sense of national unity has given rise to a patriotic movement. Atin Ito, or This Is Ours, is a rallying cry aimed at defending Philippine territory. The citizens' movement organizes benefit concerts, makes donations, and uses aid convoys to support fishing communities affected by the Chinese blockade. At the end of 2023, Senator Risa Hontiveros travelled to the fishing village of Masinloc for an event organised by the Atin Ito movement. Fishing communities have experienced the tensions firsthand, and their accounts carry political weight. Fisherman Tomero Thoronis also lives here. He's respected because of the testimony he gave against China.
If you remember, Mr. Tolomeo was one of those who gave a statement for our case at the tribunal.
You helped us to win the case.
6 gave testimony.
Wow, impressive.
I wanted to introduce them to you.
Thank you so much.
We won, madam,
We did.
but nothing came of it.
No, not nothing. Because of the victory you played a part in, we now have a proposed bill in the Senate called the Maritime Zones Bill. It's also supported by the Coast Guard so that the tribunal's decision in our favor can be enforced. We may think nothing came of it, but we now have more allies and regional alliances that support us. Visits like this aren't just for solidarity, there are also midterm elections in 2025.
Matagal
We've wanted to visit Masinloc for a while now because we know that you're on the front lines. You've stood up to China's expansionism in the West Philippine Sea. So a big round of applause to all of you. The state and civil society are united against China.
Thanks to the efforts of our president, Ferdinand Marcos Jr., along with the Senate and the Congress, the fishing community here in Masinloc isn't being left to face its worries alone. All members of the Congress and the Senate, regardless of their political leanings, are united in condemning the actions of the People's Republic of China.
We'll send this to the Chinese embassy.
The global order that was established after the First and Second World War was criticized for going to allow countries like China, pretty much like Russia, in the international law. Our president has already expressed his clear statement that regardless of level of aggression that they're going to do, we're not going to surrender a square inch of our territory to any foreign power.
I wish my TV provider let me choose what I pay for.
So they let you do that.
I wish my TV provider let me choose what I pay for and let me pause my subscription when I want some Alexa to that. I wish my TV provider let me choose what I pay for and let me pause my subscription when I want and have hundreds of free channels. Choose and customize your channel and watch for free. Slick, let you do that.
Those making a living from fishing are among the poorest here. They may be admired for being on the front lines of the conflict, but they feel abandoned, left to face the Chinese threat alone. Tolomeo Feronis is frustrated too.
Nothing has changed since 2012. It's always the same. The Chinese Coast Guard is still harassing us. This is the affidavit of testimony in the case fighting for the West Philippine Sea under the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. We won, but the ruling wasn't enforced, so it's not worth any more than the paper it's printed on. We're surviving, but we're so thin because we hardly get anything to eat. They keep driving us away. All we have is this diplomatic process. Enough already. The diplomatic process isn't getting us any results. We still have to protest. We have to defend ourselves. It's so frustrating to deal with thieves who take what's not theirs.
The Chinese blockade has affected his whole family. His son Archimedes hasn't gone to the Scarborough Shoal for years, and Tolomeo no longer ventures there either. Both men now only fish in coastal waters. To go further would be too dangerous.
What can we do?
Ano?
We can no longer go to Scarborough, and there aren't many fish around here. Not like at Scarborough, where you could catch 100 kilos in a day. I'm okay with what President Marcos Jr. is doing. At least this way there's some control. With the US military presence in the area, China is being more careful.
From time to time, Philippine authorities
Sabi
detain
na yun,
Chinese
dati ko
ships,
lang ginawa.
much to the satisfaction of locals.
They apprehended a big Chinese boat, but the crew was sent back to China after they were caught fishing in Philippine waters.
Ptolemaeo's cousin Ephraim is also a fisherman. Despite the danger, he continues to travel to the Scarborough Shoal. He's just returned from a 2-week trip.
You still can't go near it? When we were there was a Chinese Navy boat. It kept blocking our path. It was scary. We were about 30 miles away. Maybe it will take a war to get them to leave. That's our last chance. The last option. Go to war. Fight back. Come what may. They won't leave of their own accord.
For Ptolemaeo Phoronis, it's a continual struggle, both for the survival of his family and for the future of his homeland. In the capital, Manila, growing anti-Chinese sentiment is on full display during events to mark Philippines' Independence Day, with attendees shouting, "The Philippines is ours, China leave." In a survey in spring 2024, almost 80% of respondents said that they would defend their country in the event of an attack.
We have a Chinese leader who thinks that he can get his way, he can aggrandize himself and his country by grabbing the territory of other countries. And he thinks that he has enough nuclear weapons. He has the largest naval fleet in the world. He has spent so much on the military.
If China becomes more aggressive, then its true nature will be finally, the emperor's clothes will finally be revealed. No, it's already translucent anyway. A transparent view of China will finally be revealed to the whole world. So its reputation will go down the drain.
China has about 150 patrol boats. The Philippines has 25. So it employs other strategies, including turning to the media. The government posts footage of naval confrontations on social media. The aim is to raise awareness among the population, drum up international support, and damage China's image.
This simple matter of turning on the cameras flips the information warfare 180 degrees, because all of a sudden, what was deniable is absolutely undeniable. It's actually the easiest kind of information warfare in some senses. Right now, it is having this really extreme reputational damage on the international stage. A country that wants to cast itself as the champion of the global South is really visibly pushing around a developing country in its own neighborhood.
As part of this strategy, vacation trips to the disputed maritime regions have recently been permitted. In March 2024, a wooden boat carrying 60 bloggers, tourists and journalists left from a port on Palawan Island. Their destination, Kitu Island, known in the Philippines as Pag-asa, part of the Spratly archipelago. The 505-kilometre crossing to the country's most remote territory takes 32 hours. On the way, a Chinese warship appeared and pursued the boat.
They just probably following us or something. And we're not going to allow them to stop us, right? Yeah.
After a few hours, the Chinese ship turned away. Pag-asa means hope. In 2002, the Philippines settled civilians here to support its territorial claim. It's the smallest municipality in the Philippines and the only inhabited island of the Spratly archipelago. China also owns the island, and Chinese fishing trawlers surround it as though laying siege. The Chinese Coast Guard and Navy also patrol the area. The message seems to be, we're keeping an eye on you and we're ready to act. For many of the tourists, the journey here is both an adventure and a patriotic mission.
I thought there's no single issue or social matter that would unite our country. But with speaking to Spratly, I'm very much surprised that everyone is in agreement with that we have to fight for this island. So personally, I am inspired and I'm happy, and I've never been proud to call myself Filipino.
250 civilians and 50 Coast Guard and Naval personnel live here.
I wanted to talk to people. They are the stewards of this island. They take care of this island. And they protect this island for us. I wanted to get information firsthand. Because I wanted to write something about it and post it into.
Five. Super Lotto, 5. May laro. Powerball, 6. Yan na yun, 16. Daily Delivery, 4. $20. May sabihin pang 5. Ayaw tumira ng kaskas, okay.
Wala ka ng pangkaskas eh. Hahanapan mo. Wala ka ng pangkaskas, hahanapan mo pa ako.
Kasi mga pera natin, ba't wala?
Ito na naman po kami.
Saan dinadala?
Tayo mo na.
Yung panalong binili natin nun, may panalo yun.
Kaya nga, yung kalahati binigay ko sa'yo, inubos mo na. Walang naman nang uubos.
Bigay mo sa'yo, 150. Hindi natin tinipar ng konti.
Pag sinabi ko sa'yo huwag muna, dahil ikaw na rin nagsasabi, mag-slow down ka. Hindi mo naman sinusunod yung salita mo.
Niyayari na naman ng Bluebird naman eh. May mga inog na eh. Tinikal mo yung pinitas ko. Hindi mo tamis?
Ayaw ko, hindi ko naman kinain. Ang kinain ko yung peach.
Ba't di mo tikman?
Ba't hindi ikaw?
Hindi naman bulok yun. May naghinag-hinag yung Bluebird.
Saturday Night is a movie about 90 minutes leading up to the first episode of Saturday Night Live.
Yung hindi malalaki na makita Sita Simot,
My weekends are favorite. So when Sunday Scaries sneak in,
Squash with Pacific. So many fresh flavors.
Oh, pwede niya. Isang paso. Bigat. Bawal ka sa susunod. Nag-share yung pagkakataon. Kasi hindi ko sa
Hindi yan.
tutulog.
Siguro. Baka.
Sa kwarto mo.
I think so.
No. Oh shit. Walang kagaya. Ako yari.
Ito, marunong akong paglayay na.
mag-aasawa na itong ako mo. Oh, kiss ka no? Kiss. Kiss. Iya ba yan? Actually, na po na ito, may pahulo. That's fine. Ako, Chief. Hey, magpas. Thank you, Singing Queens, Bengay, Karen, pero siya ako Raisa, Natasha, Mili, Miles, Amber, thank you. At thank you sa inyo lahat nandito. Lalo na yung family ko. Ayun, no? Sinalia, si Kimpi, ba? Long time no see. Si Kimpi. Sige dito! The Leon family! Kailangan nyo na-play! Si Kimpi! Bakit ka muna?
Split ko naman.
Di na kaya. Anyway, happy birthday, and I wish you all the best and God's blessings be upon you.
Boy pa rin.
Thank you all
Sino?
What's up? Mas halapan niya. Sika na nila eh. Ito yung anak ko naloloko pa sa mga SB19. Thank you. Pinaka-astig na ano.
Tama yan.
Happy birthday. We love you. And thank you for everything that you've given to the world. Love you guys. Happy birthday. Thank you for everything. God bless always. We love you. Happy birthday. Okay. Jokas.
Happy birthday. Thank you for everything. Important thing is you're always healthy and happy.
And of course,
I just praise and thank God for John's life and for the joy and
Yan ba asawa niya?
and also that sana this year would be filled with happiness, with good health, and fulfillment of his dream for the show for Tulaga. And I'd like to thank God for the we, for the us, in his divine plan for the gift of marriage, for the journey that we bring. And lastly, kaya ng song na happy birthday na puro happy lang. We're just so happy to celebrate this day.
What's your message to Dada?
Happy birthday!
Sa mga dumpling. Sa dumpling, isa sa dumpling. I-split pa. Split. Yan po ang naroon ni Joey De Leon. Entertainer niya. Siyempre, meron pa ba ang team malagay? Meron.
Salamat po, Joey, sa lahat ng ginagawa mo araw-araw. Hindi lang dyan sa studio, dito sa atin, at sa lahat ng mga happy birthday ko. Bigyan ka ng mga 2,000 years pa po. Happy birthday po sa inyo and God bless you always po.
Minahan nyo kami for the past actually 4 years. Pero kasama kami, early 70s. 52 years. Yeah, 52 years ako kasama. Salamat sa lahat. Ito si Kipi, matagal ko hindi nakakita eh. Nagtampo pa ako eh. Pero okay na kami. May heart na pa. Maraming salamat sa inyo sa pagtangkilik sa amin. Napakaliit man ng studio namin eh, napakalaki ng mga pusong at pagmamahal na binibigay niyo sa amin. Thank you very much. Salamat sa inyo. We love you. We love you so much. Happy birthday!